So if you want confidence in your foot strike and you run on sharp, trails with sharp rocks or roots, you're going to feel very confident that you're not going to poke. Oh, in fact, ooh, that's interesting. I stepped on a rock about... Come on now, Saucony Xodus Ultra in for testing in the studio. I'm actually going to turn on the scale right now. Remember to do that. Here we go, 32.5. Oh, by the way, neutral trail running shoe. Okay, there's the outsole. All right, soak in that grip as we dive into the upper, the midsole, and the outsole. Even those three simple components of a running shoe, really any shoe, but a running shoe specifically, before I started doing running shoe reviews in 2018, roughly about 4 years ago, even those concepts of understanding this is the upper, this is the midsole, this is the outsole, I was a little in the dark. Like I didn't fully understand how companies put shoes, specifically running shoes, together. So that's a little running shoe anatomy as we kick off today's 50 plus. We took this shoe past 50 miles, even though it's a trail shoe, because it treated me very, very well out there on the trails of Colorado. Okay, 6mm drop. We're looking at 32.5 in the heel, 26.5 in the forefoot, and in my size 9.6 ounces. I had 9.5 over there. We'll take it right in that ballpark. 8 out of 10 for that weight. Any weight for a trail shoe under 10 ounces, especially a half an ounce under 10 ounces, is looking very, very good. Why not? We'll just compare it to the Hoka Speed Goat 5. I think the Hoka Speed Goat 5, actually I don't think, I looked it up ahead of time, was 9.1 ounces in my size. Hoka Speed Goat 5, 9.1 ounces. The Saucony Xodus Ultra, 9.5, 9.6. So it is heavier, but not by much, everybody. We're looking at a mono mesh with a decent amount of overlay through the toe box, but they've got this, they call it the debris shield. It's kind of hard to see. I love it, Saucony, just to keep those rocks and the silt. It's kind of a very, very soft, fine mesh. I'll call it a mesh that goes right over the top of your foot to keep any of that trail grit out of your shoe. I love it. It works so well. The tongue is amazing. It's semi-gusseted. I would say just a smidge, I don't know, maybe a smidge more padding on the top, but really not much. Like Saucony really nailing it here with his tongue. So the lockdown was awesome. And maybe, once again, maybe a smidge more of a flare here at the back of the heel, just for a little more hug and a little more comfort on that heel counter against your Achilles tendon. Again, not too shabby. It's got a little bit of stability-esque characteristics built into that upper, okay, especially right here in the back of the shoe, right here on the heel counter. This is a pretty stout piece of material. In fact, I'm pressing that very, very hard, and it's not budging at all. So if you want a little bit of a secure feel, like no lateral motion with your heel out there on the trails, I think this Xodus Ultra will treat you very, very well. Overall score, there you have it. Oh, I cannot wait to fire up the durometer. You're getting my gut reaction. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Where should we stick it in? 51, 52. Okay, I was hoping for like a 48. It felt like about a 48. Ooh, there's a 48. Okay, so 48 on this side. Let's see. 52. Okay, so maybe, let me just do a couple more. There's 44, so maybe a little softer under the forefoot. And again, in an ideal world, I would cut the shoe open, and that's how you get a perfectly accurate to get the durometer inside. Anyway, not too shabby. We're gonna go, okay, I don't know which one to put on the screen. We'll go with We'll go with 48. That's what my gut is telling me for most of the shoe let me just do the thumb test as well. It's not bad, but it's not as soft as, I'll just say, the Speedgoat 5, or frankly even, where is it? I don't know if it's out here, the Ultra Glide. Ooh, actually, why not? Since we've got, and actually here's the Speedgoat 5 there, but that Ultra Glide from Salomon. Sorry, bear with me, this is too much fun. Oh, 46, oh, butter. 42. My range is like 42 to 44. I'm discovering, all right, you guys, this is why we got this thing. Oh, that gets me excited. That gets me excited to just put the Ultra Glide back on at some point in 2022. There you have it. Now for that Power Run PB, it's this added durability and support with this Power Run support frame, okay? And I tell you what, I'm trying to visualize where that support frame actually is, if it's inside the midsole or if it's just the construction of this, like the geometric construction of the midsole as I'm looking at it right now. But it felt stable out there. I didn't feel unstable at all, unlike the New Balance Fresh Foam X More Trail V2, did I say it right? That shoe felt very soft, very cushioned, a lot of, just plush shoe, but it felt a little unstable out there on the trails. Not the case with the Saucony Xodus Ultra from Saucony. There you have it, outsole Power Track rubber with this rock plate. Awesome, so it does have a rock plate. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You nailed it, Saucony. I almost went 9, mostly because of that rock plate. I didn't feel the rocks out there at all. So if you want confidence in your foot strike and you run on sharp, trails with sharp rocks or roots, you're gonna feel very confident that you're not gonna poke. Oh, in fact, ooh, that's interesting. I stepped on a rock about, maybe 3 years ago. I wanna say, this is interesting, I think it took 18 months before that pain. I didn't have to stop running, but it was like a really, really deep bruise. Raise your hand in the comments. Who has had a deep bruise on the bottom of their foot? It doesn't cause you to stop running, but sometimes you can feel it if you step awkwardly at your house or out running. And so that rock plate can come in very, very handy if you have sharp objects out there on the trails that you are running on. Okay, everyone, there you have it. Fit, true to size, no issues at all. Felt very secure out there. Comfort score, again, that durometer, drop it down a little bit, Saucony, to the low 40s, and that comfort score is going to go up moving forward. Positive, positive. Okay, I'm torn between the upper and the outsole. We're gonna go outsole though. I usually don't go outsole. I love the grip, and again, back to that rock plate. Durability prediction, 600 plus, easily. All right, easily 600 plus. I took it on some gnarly trails and I'm seeing very, very little wear and tear on those lugs on the outsole. And you know what? I'm actually realizing I did not measure the lugs ahead of time. I'm gonna go 4 or 5 millimeters. So we're talking decent lug action. So it's gonna grip. It's really gonna grip in the mud. It's just gonna grip out there, okay? I wish I would have measured them for you ahead of time. I'm going 4 or 5 for the lug depth. Everybody, how will I use this shoe? Probably long runs out on the trails, okay? But, tweener alert, I predict this shoe is gonna show up at ultra races in 2022 and beyond. Similar, the Hoka Speedgoat 5. Now, Speedgoat 5, maybe a little more energy return through the midsole, a little bit lighter, okay? But this shoe is not that far off, everyone. It's not far off at all from the Hoka Speedgoat 5. More so, even, yes, than the New Balance Fresh Foam X More Trail V2. Other shoes. Oh, first of all, price point. Ooh, there's a ding. It just, come on, Saucony. If we can keep that closer to 155, maybe even 150, that would make me much. Now, here's the deal. The reason, so when I'm doing the price point scoring, I weigh it with the durability, okay? Because you don't want to, you could charge, you know, $120, $120, but the shoe might only last you 250 miles. Okay, this shoe is going to last you more miles because that midsole and that durometer and the outsole, all of it put together, which is why the score is not in the 6s or even the 5s. Okay, so there you go for a little explanation on the price point. Scoring other shoes to buy, Ultra Glide, of course. There it is. The Speedgo 5. What else did I put on the list there? The Ultra Lone Peak 6, and last but not least, the Brooks Cascadia 16, a throwback to a shoe from, that shoe's a little heavy, but ooh, I love that shoe. Brooks Cascadia 16 from 2021, which who knows, maybe it's on sale right now. All of them linked down below in the description. There you have it, shoe quick specs for the Saucony Xodus Ultra. Soak it in one more time. Power Run PB, all right, that Power Track rubber on the outsole, plus a rock plate, and that 50 plus full review score. Ooh, not too shabby. Anything over 7.5, you start getting excited. 7.65, I believe, is where we landed. And you know, price point, it's awesome. I would buy it again. I would. You know, there's a few little things I would switch, you know, the midsole, the price point, but man, it is gonna be I'm telling you, it's gonna show up on a lot of feet in 2022 on the trails, but also I predict in racing scenes as well. And again, good durability. It's gonna go the distance. Jeff B, you get the comment of the day, pulling from a previous Saucony full review. I believe it was the Saucony guide or ride. I think it was the guide. He said, I have found past Saucony guides to be a bit stiff and always preferred the ride. Guess what, Jeff? The ride is in for testing. The Ride 15 sounds like a significant upgrade, and I'm looking forward to hearing your review once it is in the house. It is in the house, Jeff. We got it in for testing. Can I see it from here? Nope. It's hanging on the door outside the studio. Question of the day, where are you planning? Summer's coming up, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. Sorry, everybody down south, but when do you vacation in the Southern Hemisphere? Let us know in the comments. Where are you planning your next vacation? You know, it's like, 2 years of, you know what, and where are you planning your next vacation and why? And maybe it's 100 miles away, maybe it's 10,000 miles away, all right? Give us a good story down below in the comments. All right, maybe you get some ideas. Maybe you're stumped. Maybe you're like, man, I haven't traveled in 2+ years and I don't know where to go. Maybe you'll get some ideas down in the comments. Onward and upward, we will toss it to the Saucony. No. Trail running shoe playlist. Trail running shoe playlist. It is filling up. I tell you what, it is fire right now in the trail running shoe department. Right there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.